Hey, John.
Hey, Mike.
We got a game here.
Got partial news of the and Capcom. I'm in.
Yes. No Havoc engine.
Wow.
Here.
Wow.
We've got Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. Now, I'm going to start jumping in because I want to do the whole tutorial.
Yeah.
On the first episode.
Okay.
So, we may run a little long. I'm going to get moving here.
That's fine.
I know we talked about doing Lords of the Fallen, Edge Lords of the Fallen.
Right.
Still may do that at some point. But this was also on my list to like go back and check out.
Yeah.
And I fired this up last night. And for reasons that will become self-evident, decided, like The Witcher, I needed to stop and do this on the channel.
Okay. Exciting.
This game is... Oh, okay, doesn't have multiple save profiles. Well, blowing away that first one. This will erase all that old data. Select game's desired difficulty.
I thought you just did that because there's a hard mode option at the title screen.
Yeah, the hard mode at the title, and then it had normal and easy there. This game is somewhere between Dark Souls and Skyrim. Like, it has more, it feels like the quest type systems and crafting and things like that going on of like your Skyrim, but combat is close to the Dark Souls. Not so intense in Dark Souls. It's still kind of button mashy. Alright, let's see if I can remember how to do this. Okay, my cameras haven't gone back. So I remembered that, and then I go down to here. Use that, there we go. Tutorial, so you've got like the starter characters, if I can remember. Alright, so that was block. And then, yeah, that's sheath and unsheath. Is that sheath and unsheath as well? I turned off the, There we go. I turned off there's an option to have the controls on the screen.
Yeah.
And it just takes up way too much of the screen. I noticed like the screen is letterboxed.
Yeah.
That's just permanently always in the game. I think for performance issues. What was R2? Oh, grab. Okay, that's gonna be the grab. Yeah. Yeah, so the basics of the combat is if you hold R2, then you can do some shield moves. If you're not holding it, then you've got...
The dragon's roost is just beyond.
Pick that up.
We should hurry.
You've got like a quick, and then a strong attack, and then if you hold R1, you get like this aerial attack.
Sort of anti-air kind of...
Yeah.
Oh,
like
hey.
Flying, and then you get like this charge. And I'm guessing that different... Examine.
The bones of still more soldiers. How awful.
I'm just gonna refer to that.
I love it, I love it. Okay, so the tutorial is circling the button prompts that I have turned off.
Fantastic.
Yeah, there's gonna be there's... Unlike The Witcher,
Station of our long struggle.
I'm just gonna run through this tutorial. I think, was it? Yeah, there we go. Oh wait, no, those are...
Oh, good God.
No.
I thought those were goblins. There's the goblins. Oh, dude.
This game's got some frame rate issues.
There's an option, and I'm probably going to turn it off, to stop the cinematic. So when one of your crew, your party grabs, oh yeah, you can jump. Okay.
Go and touch that.
So this is the thing that's interesting about
You can call them pawns.
Pawns, yeah. I'm just gonna get some random party members here. Okay, they're not all that random because these are the two I got before.
Right, but that's the tutorial.
It's the tutorial.
So. Our kind is...
At some point, we're gonna be able to create a pawn. Okay, we're gonna like give it a name, right?
I love this.
Stats and everything.
I love this.
And when you're offline, your pawn can take jobs which is basically when somebody else goes up to these and like, I need 4 people, I've only got one, I got my pawn, give me 2 more. Those can be another player's pawn. So like when we log back in, it'd be like, so what'd you get me? You know, how much did you earn?
Right.
We're basically pimps, is what it boils down to.
That reminds me of a more recent game called Grand Kingdom on PlayStation 4. I think it's also on Vita, but you know, the premise of that is that you're the captain of a mercenary guild, and you've got different squads that you send off to war, and you make contracts with nations and stuff like that. But one of the things you can do is when you're not playing the game, you can send a detachment, and they will basically play in online skirmishes as an AI opponent for human players, and you know, depending on how well they do, they earn experience and gold and that sort of thing.
Pilgrims first lead down this road to the temple.
Oh, I'm gonna turn these guys a little bit down. They're a little bit loud here. Alright. Loud on the TV for us, not loud on the recording. The,
By Arisen. Stay ever ready as we advance. Come, Master! Are there no other survivors?
Okay.
Memory serves,
Careful! A goblin!
I don't know about the Dark Arisen expansion / upgrade,
More bodies.
but it seems like the original Dragon's Dogma had a hard time catching on.
It did. It did. So this is basically the enhanced edition of the original Dragon's Dogma, is what Dark Arisen is. And basically, like, kept a cult following enough with some of it's like broken in the right ways.
Yeah.
Like in the fun sense, like, okay, this game's not perfect, but you can have a lot of fun with it. Where are we going? Is this?
This way.
A hobgoblin arisen. Be wary.
Okay, just gonna jump right off.
Yeah,
there.
I guess that's what we're doing. Oh, wait. Hi.
We'll rout them in a
Pick that up. There we go.
Yeah.
Fuck you!
Toss that shit on down there.
Okay, I didn't really do anything.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the tutorial fights are just that, you know. I don't even know that you're gonna get help. And I think you're supposed to be, like, everybody's calling you the Arisen.
Yeah.
So I think this is like a bit of a prologue thing happening, story-wise, of this is the legendary adventure that probably is going to be referenced.
It hates fire!
Right! Let the harpy sing!
And I love your party members, like...
Right!
I want you fire's blade!
Alright, fine, go down there. He did the little shield tap thing that you can sort of taunt. Get things to come down at you. Okay.
Rain steel upon it!
Yeah... I may need to
Hold it! I'll end this!
turn off these cinematic things. Although,
Burn their wings!
those birds have a,
Range of our steel!
stun.
Yeah.
So I was like out of breath from the stun attack. Oh, is it over there? That can like stun you if you fail a check or something. So yeah, the game, I mean, it was like a 7.5 was a rating.
Yeah.
And that's not bad. It's not a bad game. And it could be a good game if you're like, I like dark fantasy, you know?
Right.
But 7 and 7.5s don't come up at Game of the Year, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it had its week and then got forgotten. And actually, one of the YouTubers I like to follow, Matt Lees,
It's fire!
this was the first video that he went to, I think he was at IGN. Wherever Matt Lees worked before he was like solo YouTube man. Or now they're like cooldose.net or something. It was the first video he went up and said, hey, I want to make a video on this game that's not a review. And IGN's like, wait, what? Why? And it's like, because I don't want to give it a review, because if you get a review, it's like 7.5. I just want to talk about the fun I'm having with the game. What's working, you know. And those kinds of things. And, like, now that's, like, commonplace, right?
Yeah.
But when this came out, it really wasn't. when Dark Arisen came out, the studio contacted
We cannot.
Matt Lees. They sent him like a review copy, and they're like, hey, here's. I think they even like said like we were willing to like pay you to do a video on the updates. Since you got your own channel now. But basically, they sent to him as a thank you of like people finding that video over time, and then picking the game up on sales and giving it a shot, has kept the interest going in this game that let us make Dark Arisen and port it to PC and do whatever they did. So, it's not really that Dark Souls in the sense of Dark Souls games, because it's before Dark Souls, or at the same time of, like the developers wouldn't. This guy's getting fucked.
I think it might have been maybe a little after Demon Souls.
Yeah, but not enough where people were like, this is the game to clone. Alright, so if I remember how to do this right.
Are you alright, Master?
No, I'm out of my ass. Alright, we're turning that off right now. I'm sick of that. Options.
It was still when,
cinematic camera is off. There we go.
Dark Souls was in that cult hit status,
Right.
and not the, you walk into GameStop and there's posters for Dark Souls 3, and it's a major release and everything else.
Exactly. And it's not, and given how, games take years to develop, like, this would be in development, they wouldn't even be aware Dark Souls was in development at the same time, what was going on there,
Right.
had time to influence it. But they share sort of a similar fantasy, dark fantasy with a more emphasis on combat than clicking. Alright, jump, grab, aha!
Nice.
This I didn't know about. I mean, maybe they tell me in there, but yeah, there's a little Shadow of a Colossus thing happening.
It's a good touch. I like it.
With the creatures. I get back up on this guy. Because first, if we could take off his Chimera, Mufasa the Chimera, take off his tail, he loses that poison attack. What's that?
The silent spell is "You shall not cast."
Yes. Like I said, there's a level of cheese at just the right. That's why I can turn off the subtitles for their shouts, but so far I'm enjoying them. Yeah. And maybe if they get repetitive, maybe.
Yeah, right now we're at least in that stage where they're fresh and entertaining to some degree. You're just beating the shit out of this poor Chimera while it's laying on its side.
Let me just see if I can get up this thing.
Right.
One thing you don't have to do... Oh, look at that, he got me right off. Once you grab on, you don't have to hold a fucking grab button. So I'm glad that they, like, did the Shadow of the Colossus thing, but we're like, okay, holding on, nah. You get on, and you just spam attack. Knock me off again. So, like, he has multiple life bars. I don't know if you've caught that.
Yes, I did. I assume one for each head.
Yeah,
and
that's kind of a cool...
purple dots, you've got one that's faded to gray there.
Did he do that? Or did my team just, like... I guess he did that. We're down. We're all asleep.
Just power napping. Fine.
Oh, take that. There we go. Alright, thing on the back is dead.
Now it's just...
No, I think I got my 8 seconds in. I think it counts. Actually, I don't think they really...
Luke Perry movie?
Oh,
8 seconds.
8 seconds, is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Well, this battle's so engaging, I got time to grab my tea here. Like I said, I didn't figure out the jump move until after the tutorial. I kind of saw my guys on them, right? The guys were jumping up on them, and I was like, how the hell do you do that? And then later, I read a tip, and it was like, here's how you do that move. Because the play tips seem to be random. They just pop up at the bottom, and they'll be like, you know, use this stick to look around, and that was like an hour into the gameplay, and I was like, I think we figured that out, guys.
Organa is such a classic mage name. It's magic with a CK, everybody.
You guys get off. I get the killing blow.
The end at the beginning. And a little bit of jank.
A little bit.
Now that was some good old-fashioned jank.
Flee or step forward. Take hold of what lies beyond. Claim mastery over the eternal.
That seems like right about here is where they, ended the demo and said, coming soon.
Coming soon. It probably was a PlayStation demo download. How are we on time at the moment?
I think
about time
it's about that time for us to move on. And really, we're not that far over. So good on you for blasting that tutorial.
Beating the shit out of Mufasa.
Yeah.
Here you go. Some French. And then the subtitle spoils the quote. There. Spoilers. Subtitles are
Also,
on.
like how they've got the name twice. Because, you
we got a little cut sequence here that plays. This is what it looks like if you ever fly Delta through Atlanta. I've no shit told the company, like, if I'm going somewhere, I'm not doing Delta through Atlanta. Like, I don't care where I go and how many hours I lay over somewhere else. Fuck that. Every time I have been stranded in an airport, it's been Delta in Atlanta. And we live in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Atlanta's like a 3-hour trip.
It's a 3-hour trip. Well, we have a tiny-ass little airport. And if, like, Delta of Atlanta decides to overbook and boot you because fuck you, there's no other flight. That was it. That was the only flight that day. So you get put in a hotel room, a shitty-ass, skanky, fucking right next to the airport hotel room.
Like one of those extended stay places where everybody's sketchy as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, it's paid for by Delta because they're, they technically fucked up. But then, they don't even give you the courtesy of, like, giving you a full night. It's like, okay, your flight's in 6 hours. By the way, go check in here. And it's awful. That's if at least you got 6 hours. Because if you have less than that, they're just like, stay in the airport.
This episode has been brought to you by Delta. When we come back,
we're going to unleash the real magic of this Let's Play.